This is a breeding head. Each breeding head, one dominant male. And then that dominant male, he may keep his sons in the family, but that will depend on the relationship between the father and the sons. If they respect him, he will give them more time. If they don't respect him, they will be pushed out of the family. So then, once they are pushed out of the family, they are going to stay with the senior bachelors. There is a head of senior bachelors. So those senior bachelors, we consider them as one of the worst cowards because they are failing to challenge the dominant male. And then that dominant male, if he overstays in the same family, then he will end up inbreeding. So if there is too much inbreeding, the genes of their offspring will be getting weaker, weaker, weaker. So as a result, once there is an outbreak of diseases, if there is drought, and also if the temperatures freezes, they become victims. So in this kind of environment, the reserve management has to play a big role to control inbreeding. They take them out, bring in new genes from other different places. But then if they are in places with the lions, they rescue the situation for inbreeding, because that dominant male, when he tries to protect the family, he becomes the victim of predation, and then another male takes over the reigns. They are social animals. They like to stay with the zebra, impala, blessbok, monkeys, ostrich, sometimes giraffes, kudus, rhinos. So when they stay together, no fighting, no, they work as a team. So they are very sharp in smelling. If they fail to smell zebra, ostrich, baboons, monkeys, giraffes, other birds like cattle egrets, oxpeckers, go-away birds, fork-tailed drongos, those ones are very, very sharp in eyesight. They see something, they will give them a warning sign. So that's why they like to stay together, no competition, no fighting. They have babies every year after 7 months. So by the end of the year, mid-November, early weeks of December, or January, they'll be all having babies. Nature, yes.
Do you happen to eat the meat?
They might have some few game meats there by the shop.
But us as humans, can you consume the meat?
Yes.
Oh.
There is no animal which is not edible. No animal at all. Which animal do you think is not edible?
Lion.
The lion.
Snake.
I eat snakes.
A lot of people in Lesotho, snake is one of their favorite.
Lions.
Okay.
No animal is not edible. If you
And the
like
lion.
it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Somebody likes it.
Yeah.
Nothing is not edible. Nothing.
One means meat, is another means poison.
Yes. Nothing is not edible.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So this ostrich is a female. Females are gray brown in color, and then males are black in color with white nose. So these birds, they are the biggest flightless birds. They are very strong birds, and they become aggressive when they have chicks, and some of them when they are incubating. Not all of them when they are incubating becomes aggressive. So a female can have up to a maximum of 20 eggs in a space of a month, and a male can have 1 to 3 girlfriends per breeding season.
Nice. Nice, huh?
Then, males, when they are ready to entertain their girls, the 4 parts of the legs, their beaks, they become bright pink in color, just to show the girls that they are ready for them. If they are not ready, that color will be light orange. Ostriches are very strong. They can run up to 50 kilometers per hour.
Sure.
They are very good in kicking. If they kick us, they can break our legs. They can break our backbones. But then ostriches, we consider them as one of the worst stupid creatures in the world. There is no intelligence at all. Because when they are nesting, they nest anywhere. It can be on roads, on sleepy hills, on the river banks, on the banks of dams. They don't mind. So in those areas, their eggs are not safe. So most of the eggs, they die from predation, from neglection, and they are struggling to look after the chicks. So considering that we have got more than 20 adult females in the property, that number by the number of eggs per female is a lot of eggs. Last year we only had 5 babies which survived.
Sure.
Sometimes nothing. Because they are
Useless mothers. They're useless mothers.
So if the rain rains, that nest, if it becomes very wet, they can abandon everything.
Sure. Yeah, that's why it's stupid, eh?
So, is that a she?
It's a she.
Is she? She's got eggs there.
On the eggs.
Oh, I see. Okay.
She's sitting on the eggs. The incubation period is 44 days.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but they take turns. Anytime if she is tired, she will call the boyfriend to come.
Also, one last question.
Yes.
Can I eat an egg?
They are edible, yes.
Not the ostrich, but the egg for the ostrich.
The egg, yes.
Okay.
It's very rich.
What a big omelette it can make.
All right. Thank you.
One big egg of an ostrich is equivalent to 24 standard eggs of a chicken.
Jesus.
Like a crate.
And the taste is the same, or?
No, it's not the same, but this one is strong.
Trish.
Okay. Filling.
It's nice. If you are a good chef, you will like it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No way you look like that.
I'm
I didn't tell it. Look me while it's tight. Don't worry, I want to take you.
You, bro, just talk.
Okay, so these zebras, they are butchel zebras or plain zebras. They are the most common zebras spread out in southern African region, and their stripes are unique, just like our fingerprints. So they use their stripes to identify each other. Because zebras are poor in smelling, they cannot smell each other. They rely on those stripes to identify each other. And their stripes, they also use them to confuse the enemies, most particularly lions. Because lions, when they go for the zebras, they choose a target. No, but amathambo bajabulela nokuthi ukudla okunomsoco sokusiba khona. Yeah, they are running just like you when you run in home when you are happy. So Zebras, we consider them as one of the smartest animals in the world. The reason being that if they are in their natural habitat, fathers, they respect their daughters, brothers, they respect their sisters. There is no inbreeding.
Clever, huh?
So mothers are always pregnant. Their
Sure.
pregnant is 11 months. And then after delivery, 1.5 weeks later,
They're pregnant
they
again.
fall pregnant again.
Jesus. They're busy, eh?
No stress, mama. Ukuba wena uNkulunkulu uthe nawe uzale kanje kuzoyenza njani?
Yeah.
Awutshele mama uzokwenza njani? The only difference between us and the animals is that to decide we take this or we take that only. Those ones one way. They have to be productive.
Yeah, because
So
some are
that cycle it continues.
continuous.
Otherwise, if they start having family planning, one day there will be no zebra.
They stink. Lions
Ever.
eating them.
Ebona moment is that yes. So they have to multiply. Ngoba siyabadla, they get eaten by lions, they get eaten by hyenas, this and that feeds on them. And they also support the food chain. Yes.
In terms of the breeding thing, in
Yes.
captivity, is it different in the wild? Where
It's different. Yes.
where they because they feel safe in the breeding, how is it from?
In captivity, they'll keep those certain zebras which they have.
Safe. Okay.
But then here in the wild, there is lots of different genes which will always circulate. But in captivity, they can just circulate the same genes.
Same gene. Okay. Right?
And then in captivity, some of the animals, they are no longer behaving naturally.
Natural. Okay.
Maybe they feed them or they just keep them in that small garden.
And then
So then that their natural behavior
They
it
change.
becomes disturbed.
they kill that instinct of surviving the hard way.
Yes. So that's why some of the animals which were raised in captivity, you cannot raise them
In the wild. Spoiled brats. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
No, this is not a springbok, this one. It must be.
Kudu. It's a
No,
kudu.
no, it's not a kudu, no. You don't do my springbok, kudu. It's impala.
Impala ini breaks. Chef. Ini apa?
So these wildebeest, they are all poor boys, no girls for them.
Oh,
Sure.
that's why they look sad.
So most of them they will die, no chance of entertaining the girlfriends.
No wonder they're just running, eh?
Because they are cowards.
Yeah,
That's
you,
the reason why they are cowards.
vuka baba, vuka. Lele.
So they have to fight to get the girls. The girls, they are happy to have strong boys. If they are weak boys, if they are coward boys, no chance.
Then can we eat them?
Yes, you can eat them.
How much am I gonna buy one?
Useless ones.
Useless ones, these ones. Baba, you're useless. Get away. No wonder why they're just running, burning energy for Mahala, ne? This thing doesn't see. Is this real? Rhinoceros. This thing, it's smelling. To come and hit us here. They have poor sight, and then they can hear.
What they can see.
Yeah, the sight is poor. You hear him say it.
So this is the white rhino. White not because of the color, but look at their lips. They've got wide lips. So that's where their name came from. Their name, it's a Dutch word, wheat, referring to wine.
Right.
But then the spelling of wheat is the same spelling like wine in English.
Okay.
So these animals, they only eat grass, 100% grass. No meat, no flower, no fruit, no berry, no plants, only grass. So that is why you see, if you look at their heads, they've got a big, long head. So that long head, it is the substitute for the short neck. So that if they lower down their heads, they can reach the level of the short grass. They prefer the short grass. When they feed on the short grass, they can take large quantities of grass compared to the tall grass. So they can eat as much as up to 60 kilograms of grass per day. The more they eat, the more they poo, because they are very poor in digestion system. Their droppings can weigh up to 10 kilograms at a time, and they can do that several times in a day. So that's why they are also known as the chief ecological engineers of the world, because they provide a lot of food to other smaller creatures which feeds on their undigested food. So these white rhinos, they are docile, but they can be very aggressive depending on their moods, depending on how you approach them. And this one, she is the oldest in the property, and she has the highest records of knocking cars. Her name is Madebe.
Yo.
So as you heard, she was warning us. Be careful. And that is her daughter. The daughter is 2 years. They are very sharp in eyes, in hearing, very sharp in smelling, and very poor eyesight.
Oh, you're right.
So now they are dehorned to discourage poaching. And dehorning is not 100% protection, because the poachers, they can still go for them with those stumpy horns. And then those horns, they grow back again like our nails. They are made out of keratin or tough hair. So between a year and 2 years, they dehorn them again. But then that will depend on the genes of that particular animal. If you look at the horn of the baby and the horn of the mother, they will cut at the same time. But then for the baby, it's now a bit longer because she is still young, growing, and then the mother, she is very old. She's the oldest, 49 years.
But sure.
And the daughter, she is called July. She was born on the 1st of July 2022.
Cheers.
And their pregnancy is 16 months. 16 months pregnancy. So they will stay together until the mother is ready to have another baby. When she is some few hours before delivery, that's when she will push this one away. Besides that, they will stay together until the daughter is also ready to have a baby. So they've got bodyguards looking after them 24/7. They also have a GPS for tracking them. Excellent hearing, excellent smelling, and very poor eyesight. So they rely on the mud to cool down their body temperatures, and also that mud, it helps them to protect them against the flies and the ticks. See, if you look at their feet, they don't have hoofs like cows or horses. They have rubbery soles like elephants, like hippo, like rock dassies. So they can't get stuck in the mud. So that body weight, they can run up to 40 kilometers per hour. You cannot outrun them at all, unless if they lose your sight. Their accelerating energy is very high. But you respect them, they respect you too. No stress.
Okay.
But you have to know their behavior.
It looks like a rope.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Because I think the weight is
So these are some of the rhinos. That one by himself is called Maximus. He was born 2019. His mother, she is in there. And the young sister, she is in there. The young sister is that one facing to the left. She is called Non-Tobozo. She was born 2022.
What does that mean?
And then that white bird, it is a Kekli egret. So Kekli egrets, they socialize with rhino, cows, buffaloes, horses, wildebeest, donkeys, because those animals, when they are feeding on the ground, they disturb insects hiding in the grass. So those insects are the staple food for the birds. So animals, they make life easy for birds to get food. And then birds, on the other hand, they provide animals with the security services because they've got sharp eyesight compared to the animals. So these ones, there is one adult looking after these other 5 teenagers. So if Maximus is fully mature, then he will go his own way to mark his territory and to look for the girlfriends. And then if they are girls fully mature, once they have babies, that's when they will become independent.
Okay.
Thank you.
And full grown, how much does it weigh?
2,500 kilograms for males, 2,000 kilograms for girls.
Yes. Sure. It's a lot of meat, eh? Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Because if you look at her body, she has a big tummy.
Pregnant.
She's expecting babies. So normally by this coming month, that's when they will have babies. Before we get to the big rain season. So they give birth in small pipes, small bridges, or in the holes. And then they'll keep their babies in there for about a month before they start walking around with the babies. So warthogs, if you look at their face, they've got lumps opposite the eyes. Those lumps, they are called warts. They should be scent glands. So males, they've got 2 pairs, females only 1 pair of warts.
Wow.
So male warthogs,
Look at that.
they are very much ugly, very, very ugly than the females. Their diet is a Catholic diet. You can keep them as pets, very good pets. They respect and they are very good in timekeeping. So if you give them the timetable for lunchtime, breakfast, dinner, they are very good to do that. And their meat is very nice, very nice.
It
Much
is.
better than pork.
Oh, it's different.
It is, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sana kudi. Wait, wait. Ah, yes. No, good. Sana kudi.
So these are impalas.
Black.
Impalas, males, they carry horns, and females, no horns. And these males, they are young males. They are 2 years. And then those ones right at the back there, they are just some few months old. So impalas, if you look at their body structure, you see they've got a slim body, skinny legs, small head, and a thinner neck. That is for speed. They are one of the fastest antelopes, one of the most polygamous animals. One male can have 30-40 girls. And then the weak males, they stay as bachelors. So the reason why they are one of the most polygamous animals is because these females, if they start getting in heat, it will be a female after a female getting pregnant. So that if they start having babies, within a short space of time there will be lots of babies, which will confuse the enemies. Because if the market is flooded with food, the enemies, they get confused. They cannot go for all the babies. And also impalas, their gestation period is 7 months, but then they are able to detect the rain season. They can tell whether the rain is going to be early or is going to be delayed. In case if the rain delays, they are also able to postpone their gestation period by 2 months, from 7 to 9 months. And then all the antelope families, if ever they are in the environment which is very dangerous for their babies to survive, in that case they can also conceal their babies. during concealment, the scent glands of the babies are not going to be active, so that no enemy can feel the presence of the babies in the absence of adults. Thank you. No, this one is not in Glube Tat, Mama. It's the water. Intibane.
You don't know.
Water bag.
It's a water bag. It's a water bag. So these antelopes, they call them water bags because
National Geographic.
wherever you find them, they are not going to be too far from the water.
Oh.
Yes. And they are antelopes which feeds around their home range. So home range is a small area where you can easily find them. Whereas a territorial area, it can be small, it can be very big. So they are selective feeders animals. You see, they are all males with the horns. Beautiful toilet seats. That is for communication purposes. So when they establish their home range, they check water, quality of food, because they are selective feeders. They are not animals which just eat any grass. But then this time of the year, when the grass, all the grasses are starting to grow, all the sweet grass, the sour grass, they are all nutritious. But then as time goes on, when there is abundant food, they are going to concentrate on the sweet grass, which is sweet, highly nutritious, and easy to digest. And then the sour grass, it will take advantage for not being disturbed by animals to grow quicker, reach the maturity stage. Once it's mature, animals, they don't like it anymore. Especially these animals which are selective feeders. And then the non-selective feeders like rhino, elephant, zebras, those ones, they can eat any kind of grass. They deal with the quantity. These ones, they deal with the quality.
Okay.
That's the difference between the two. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Waterproof. No, no, make sure 30 seconds, 30 minutes. And clean. Hey, I can see the neck. Wait, the giraffe are very tender. Yeah. Okay, right, left. Okay, right, I'll do that. I'll do that, love it. I'll do that. Everything is healthy. Guys, first time I'm seeing giraffe laying down. Huh? I've never seen a giraffe laying down. I've never seen giraffes laying down. Oh, whoa.
Amazing.
Amazing. This is amazing, you know. National Geographic style. Giraffes in their natural habitat. Sleeping.
Isn't that male?
Male is, this one is a male because of the color. That is a female. Yeah, my female is lighter. Males are darker.
picture of this one.
That is. It looks like a statue.
I'm taking picture of this one. Can I... Ow!
I want to take a picture of you.
No, I want to.
Where can I take your picture? Look at my, your head. See your head? Yeah.
This one, I'm going to tell you.
You only two. Ena and Kiki, look. Who's a terramorph? Terra to move.
Okay, so these animals are the tallest land animals. Male giraffes, they can grow as tall as up to 6 meters, and then the girls, their maximum height is 5 meters. And that will depend on the genes of the animals, their nutrition, and the environment. If they are on a rough terrain, they cannot grow that tall. So then, their spots are unique, like our fingerprints. So because giraffes are poor in smelling, they use their spots to identify each other. And those spots, they cover the whole body except their ears. They've got white ears. So those white ears, they use them as signals for communication, because giraffes, they don't have a voice box. They can't make any noise. So they rely on their spots and their eyesight. So then males, that one is a full-grown male, is the boss. Look at the size of his head. Look at the size of the horns. The tip of the horns, they are bold, because when they fight, they lose the fluffy hair which is present on that one in front of him. And then giraffes, that long neck is having 7 vertebrates, just like ours. But theirs are longer, bigger, giving them an advantage to feed on the highest parts of the trees. They don't have any competition when they are feeding. And they also have the highest blood pressure. Some of the big males, their hearts can weigh up to 15 kilograms. So that it can work properly against the force of gravity. So then the skull of the giraffe is made out of semi-solid bones. They've got a lot of air space in their skull, so that the skull cannot be too heavy for that long neck. That's why their necks remains thinner. They also have the longest tongues, which can be stretched to 45 centimeters. And that tongue, it's muscles. When they are feeding on the thorny trees, no stress about the thorns. One baby after 15 months, and then after delivery, 1.5 months later, pregnant again. So giraffes, every 17 to 18 months, they have a new baby. So this one is a young boy. His name is Johnson and Johnson.
This one. Which one? What's his name? This one.
This one.
The one sitting.
No wonder why he
Same
is.
age with that one there on the right. That one is a girl. Her name is One Eye.
One eye.
And then the boss, his name is Bombana. Bombana, he was born 2011.
Just after World Cup.
And then that one sitting down. Then that one, she is called Ducky. She is the second oldest mother in the property. She is the darkest among all the girls. And then that one tallest. Her name is Blondie.
Oh, Blondie.
I'm confused. It's like how old is